this is Deceitful Echo here from Legendary Forging, and so today I'm going to make a tutorial on how to make floating objects. Now this might sound really simple to you guys, but there's a lot of rules involved. So the first thing you should know is there's only a couple objects that work on normal gravity, and only scenery objects, weapons, and vehicles will do this. Vehicles don't have an option though to change their gravity, like normal, phased, or fixed, so they won't even be part of this. But even then, only part of the scenery objects will. So the first thing you should know are the crates that will move when you turn it to custom games. Crate smalls will move, as you can see here. Everything works in Forge when you set it down for the first time. Crate larges move, but barely. They're hard to move. So put a gravity field here for you guys to see how they move. And once they land, they will stop moving if you just let them go like this. So it'll be a trick I'll show you to make it so that you can actually play them in customs and have them on normal gravity. Packing small, they will move in normal gravity amazingly. I like them a lot. Packing larges will not. Once they land, they will never move no matter what you do. Container smalls are the same. They will stick where you put them. And container open smalls do the same thing. They will stick. And I'll show you what happens. Now container larges will actually work. These are nice as well. They will work just fine. Container open larges will not work. And so these are all going right now, but I will show you what happens in a second once I delete all these. Now these are empty. Now if I start a new round, say one that doesn't work, I can create packing large. If I just place this normal gravity here, see how it's bouncing now, and then I'll place crate packing small as well. And the trick to making these objects actually work in custom games is to first put it on fixed gravity, then put it to have at least a respawn time. You have to let go between you do this, then don't touch it, then turn back to normal. See how it's still floating? And when you bump it, it'll respawn there in the air. And so I'll do the same thing with this crate packing, so you know I'm not messing with you at all. So when I touch it, it won't fall. That means it's not going to work. So here I'll show you starting a new round. Oh, missed one. Anyways, that one will be floating, but the larger crate will not. So anything that doesn't work, you cannot get it to go normal gravity inside custom games. It will fail and it will just stick where you put it or where it lands after going in normal gravity. See, this one worked, but this one didn't. And so if you just let it go as well, it'll stick the last place it was or where it would land normally. Spawns will also do this if you put them on normal gravity. Some barricades work. Barricade small do not work. Barricade large work. Jersey barriers, both of them, they both fail. They will stick there. Camping stools work. Folding chairs work, which are great. I don't know, I think they just add a lot sometimes. Street cones work, and all pallets work. I love the pallets in this game. I think they're amazing. They're fun for a lot of things. And so as you can see here, they're all floating now, but a lot of those will be stuck. And so all the sandbags, they are all on phase normally. If when you spawn them in, they're already on phase gravity, you know for sure that they will not work. And so that's all the scenery objects that work, but this trick works also with things like with all the weapons as well, like a railgun, for example, or a frag grenade. It's just a nice little trick to know. So yeah, have fun with this, and I'll show you now a example of a map where I use some of these crates floating in the air to add things. I made a train on one of them. And if you don't use that fixed to normal trick I showed you, they will just spawn where you let go, or where they land. So if you let go in the middle of the air, they won't spawn in the air. They'll spawn where they land on the ground. It's basically the same trick that was used for fusion coils in Halo Reach. So now I'm gonna go to custom games to show you. under a good one. It's loading now. As you can see, I have a lot of maps here. So I used one. I actually use this on a lot of my maps, things like this. I made a sniping map and there's moving cover in the middle. And you'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. But I use these crate packing small. I use them to float around the middle because they usually work the best. Give a decent amount of cover. It is a lot of fun to use these objects. I have made trains, I have made asteroid-like effects such as this. I've made a Frogger map, and they'll spawn in a second. They usually, if you give them a spawn time, you have to wait for them to spawn. As you can see here, they have a bunch of different ones floating around right there. And so you can make it the gravity pushing different directions, like I have it all pushing in the middle, and as you see I have pallets and crates in here. But if you stand too near them, they will not despawn, and if you stand far away, they despawn fairly quickly, which is a problem for things like trains. They despawn almost right away. There's no way to control it. So yeah, good luck.
Game over. Victory.